Hey, everyone. Am I bringing us in?
Bring us in.
Because you got to settle down. Okay. I get it. Now I understand. Take time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Not a Real Podcast. Of course, it's Young Cole.
I'm Isha.
And we're going to start with Peek and Pip, like we do.
Yes.
Okay. I can't wait to hear your peek. And I can't wait for you to tell the world your peek.
So do you want to do your pit and peek first?
You go.
Okay, so you want to know what's crazy though? My pit and my peek are kind of the same, or it has to deal with the same people. So I flew. Can imagine. Yeah, I flew home Friday morning, so I landed about like 9 something. And I knew I wasn't going to see Lyd this weekend because she was going out of town for Prince AAU. So I just called her, let her know I had landed. I'm like, oh, what you doing? She was up at the hospital with her father. So he had went to the hospital like 2 days before. So I thought he had got released. But something had happened, so they wanted to keep him from observation. So I was like, I'm dead tired. I've been up all night. I just knew I was about to go to my hotel and pass out. And so I was like, all right, I'm about to pull up or whatever. So one of the peaks of my week was seeing Lyd and seeing her father and seeing her mother. The pit of that was at the hospital.
Yeah.
But it felt good to see him, and he was still, talking and fussing, and it was like, okay, that felt good. So that was
doing
one.
What old black men do.
Yeah, yeah. Like you in a hospital bed, but you still fussing at Lyd, and we going down memory lane. Not even on some like sad shit. Just we there.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we laughing and joking. We talking about the times that we were sneaking and getting drunk underage, and like so it was fun. And he's a pastor too, so that made it funnier. And then another peak was I actually went home because Bo and Dave got married on Saturday. Yes, I know. I was in the wedding. It was great. It went off way better than like anybody expected.
Yeah.
Way better.
Man, it'd be so much stress trying to plan weddings and stuff, and you'd be like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. And it could be anybody. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but
then when you factor in everything, like literally this last year, what she was going through. So it was just like, and this is not me saying anything that she hasn't, said publicly, but just this time last year, I literally thought I was about to like have to write her obituary because she was having like mental health issues and she was having these thoughts and she, didn't want to be around no more. And then you fast forward a couple months, now she got all these medical conditions and the doctors don't know what it is. And is it many strokes? Is it long-term COVID? Is it this? And then it's like, okay. And then a couple weeks ago, she got hit with another whammy, breast cancer. So, I was this whole wedding, I was never against the marriage because Dave is also a good friend of mine. They met at my going away party before I moved down here. So I want my two friends to be married and, love each other because they deserve it. But, the whole wedding thing, I was like, yo, just go elope. Yeah. Like, you might not even be able to, like, walk.
Yeah.
Because this is the time where it's like, my friend couldn't walk. She couldn't get out of bed. Like, he got a bather. So it's like, you might not even be able to walk on your wedding day. Like, just push it off for a year. Marry him, but don't spend all this money and you might not be able to show up. Like, and she used to joke, like, well, at least y'all have, like, y'all can party. And it's like, bitch, I don't want to, like, I want to celebrate you. So it was a great feeling. And there's so many pictures and videos circulating of me, like, crying, snots and boogers.
One. I screenshotted one. I laughed for hours.
That's fucked up.
Oh, I laughed for hours looking at that picture.
And I'm talking about, it was like real snots and boogers. Like, as soon as I seen her walk down, I was just like, and the people, like, obviously, it's like, I'm happy because, again, two of my closest friends are married and they deserve each other. And it's like a really dope thing. But like,
you should have known she wasn't going to listen to you. That girl, everything you just named, she done pushed through all of it.
Yeah.
You thought she wasn't going to have this celebration?
And it was only because she talked about this wedding of her dreams. Yeah. And we've been friends for half our life. So I want my friend to have the wedding of her dreams. And I just felt like, maybe this wasn't the time to have this wedding. Because if it's not going to be how you want it to be, you shouldn't have to settle on anything because of your physical health or whatever. But I'm glad that she had it. And it's like just seeing, like, again, a couple months ago, she couldn't even walk on her own. My friend walked down the aisle. She had a father-daughter dance with her daddy. She had a first dance with her husband. Like, so it was like tears of joy. And then to think like all of the shit that she's been through, like my bitch, she consciously like make a decision every day to get up and try. no matter how hard it is. So it was just like everything came full circle for me.
I guess our wants, our dreams, our desires, all that stuff change with time.
Yeah.
And you realize what's in front of you and what's important.
Yeah.
And I think maybe her wants and desire. You know, I understood where you were coming from because you wanted the best for your friend.
Absolutely.
Obviously, she wanted this dream wedding, but you wanted her to be in such great health that she could fully enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think this probably was just her dream.
This was her dream wedding.
For the moment, for where she is in life, for everything she done been through, her strength, her resilience, allowed her to walk down that aisle and make this her freaking dream.
Yeah.
So I love her. I seen her video. It was long. I had my bonnet on. I don't even think I had brushed my teeth, but I was so excited. Like, oh my God.
No, you know she loved you. So that probably meant the world to her. But like seeing like two of my best friends this weekend was like great. Under the circumstances that I seen live was sucky. Yeah. And then just knowing like, okay, my friend had her new dream wedding on Saturday, and then Wednesday, she having surgery to get the cancer out of her body. So it's like a bittersweet moment, but it was more sweet than bitter. Yeah. Yeah. And people keep asking like, she is. She a trooper, man. Like, and that shit is so, like, I couldn't even imagine. And like now that more people know she has breast cancer, you know, now I'm getting to like, oh, well, how are you? And they want to see how I'm doing. And it's like, I'm doing as well as anybody could be doing when their best friend in almost 20 years has breast cancer. But I think for me, it's not that I'm not focused on her like physical health, because I absolutely am, but I gotta, like, my primary focus is making sure her mental health stays where it need to be, making sure she's not missing her therapy sessions, because she fought to get out of this dark place mentally. Again, just a year ago, I really thought I was about to write her obituary. Like, it was crazy. So it was good. All in all, this was a great weekend. I seen friends, my mama. You know, my mama thinks,
I girl, that's my girl.
Girl, she like, get out there and catch the bouquet. Because you next, girl.
You been there, done that.
Got a t-shirt to prove it.
Okay.
I ain't in a rush. But no, it was good. It was a good weekend. It's always good going back home.
That's so good.
Yeah. What about yours? What was the pits and peak of your week?
My peak was something just so satisfying. So I actually seen my friend Britt text me. She was like, if I don't see you this week, you know what I'm saying, it's on site. So I'm like, okay, baby girl, I don't want no smoke.
Right.
I will be there tomorrow. And so just chilling with her, it just meant the world. I just love Britt, but just chilling with her meant the world. And so after that day, so when they talk about it on their podcast, they have Soul Food Sundays. So they basically write out their daily affirmations for 7 days. And then on Sundays, they talk them through. And so I'm now doing it for myself, where I'm writing out my daily affirmations.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Sundays, I do my little prayer and I pray over my affirmations, and all of that just makes me feel so good.
That's good.
Yeah. And then, of course, I celebrated Tiff's birthday, David's birthday. Even though, you know, I knew Bo was going through a lot of stuff, but just seeing her post it, I was like, ugh, but... Yeah. Like I said, she in good spirits. She's able to post it publicly.
And that's what, because for a long, not a long time, because she was just recently diagnosed. So when I seen it, I didn't even know she was going to post it, because I was kind of like, you don't got to tell nobody.
Yeah.
Like, because the one thing that she don't need, and it's not me speaking for her, but like, I feel like she don't need more of is the people, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, quit handling her like she fragile. Like, don't do that. Like,
I don't want to wallow in my misery.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let her wallow in her misery.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
She made the joke. She was like, you know, whenever you call, because if I call her and she, was you asleep? No. Oh, well then, we can't use this voice. You can't use, no.
Oh my God.
We can't. And she was like, well, damn, bitch, I can't even be sad for 5 minutes. And it's like, it's not me ignoring the elephant in the room, because it's very much there. But I also know, like, mentally, if you are already in this place, I can't be in that place with you. And normally if you miserable, I'm gonna sit in your misery with you. Like, you won't have to sit alone. But
there's a time limit on it. And not time limit, but there's a limit on everything.
She doesn't have that luxury, because I know that if she sit in that misery and she get comfortable, it's going to take over. So no, when we talk, we not using that pitiful voice.
I can't get it.
Girl, you can't talk to me like that. All right, well, call me later.
I had a friend like that.
We gonna joke. We gonna talk. We gonna have normal conversations, because everybody else is, oh, I'm so sorry. Quit handling her like she's fragile. Don't do that. Like, I am focused on her mental health and making sure that mentally, she's ready to take this on. Like, granted, Dave has been amazing and helping her, but it's just like, nah. Now we're to the point now where she'll text me like, I'm not having a good day, or today's not a good day. And I'm like, all right, well, what you need? If do you just need to say that, or do you need me to do something?
Well, she may not know what she needs in that moment. She just knows she need to tell you.
And I'm so grateful for it. That's it.
And that's not that in and of itself might help change whatever that feeling is.
Right, because it could be something as simple as you just want to laugh, okay, or because she know I'll get on the flight and go back home in a minute for it. Or if it's something a little bit more severe, okay, well, let me call somebody. Let me call Dave. Let me call somebody to go over there with you. Like, that's kind of where I'm focused on. So we don't have the luxury of sitting in our misery. We got a treatment plan. We got to get through it. And then once all of this is over, once she's in remission, and once they figure out what's going on with, these other issues she got, then I think I'll feel. But right now, my best friend has breast cancer, and she's going through all of this stuff. So it's my job to ensure that she's good and everybody around her is treating her right and handling her how she need to be handled. So I'll feel the other shit later.
There you go.
She feeling enough for both of us. I feel
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And like I said, I had a friend like that, and I promise you, baby, everybody, well, it was a lot of people that was trying to keep her in that misery. And so I just made the promise to myself, if I can take you out of it, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day,
that's what I'm going to do.
I did my job. Because at first, I was definitely a victim to like, oh no, let me help you out of this. What's wrong? Tell me. Let me try to fix it. But then I also had to realize I can't fix everything. You have to be self-sufficient to at least try to fix it yourself.
No, that's
because
real.
When you don't try, that's another reason why it's so easy to get sucked in.
Yeah.
And I don't want that for you.
No, and that's
or for her, yeah.
And no, because and this was part of my maid of honor speech, and I was saying, like, when we were 17, like I told you, I got you. And 17, 18 years later, I meant that. Like, and so for a minute, I'm like, damn, like, if this was a chick trying to play crazy on her, I pull up, straighten the situation out. If it was a guy, had somebody, you know what I mean? The situation will get like this, I have no control over. So at first I was feeling like I can't protect her. And this is
the first fight God.
Yeah, like this is the first time that I can't fix it. Like, this is the first time, like, I literally, like, so I felt bad. And this is like, okay, I can't wallow in this shit. So let me focus on what I do where I can help. And so it's like, okay, let's make sure you making your therapy appointments. Because she was saying, like, when people ask her how she feels, she don't know how she feels. So I was like, well, how you feeling? And she listed off a list of, like, emotions. And I was like, so you know exactly how you feel. So if a person is asking you how you feeling, tell them exactly how you're feeling. Like, you can't worry about.
Depend on who it is.
But only the people that she trusts.
Yeah, right.
So if you trust them enough to tell them what's going on, then you got to trust them enough to be able to accept how you feeling, and you shouldn't feel like a burden. If I'm asking you how you feel, I don't need you to feel like, oh, I can't tell her because it's a burden. Tell me you're frustrated, you're sad, they're about to take your titties. These are all real emotions. Like, you know how you feel. Quit trying to spare us. Like, you have a village.
If I'm asking you, that means I
utilize your village. Put that shit on us. So she's getting better. And so when she made that post, I was like, okay, like, it's still, I probably wouldn't have did it, but this ain't my journey. This ain't my story. I'm just
take it right out my mouth.
I'm just, I'm playing the background. I'm her co-pilot. Well, Dave, her co-pilot. I'm like the backseat passenger.
Girl, you sound like the overprotective mama. I fix this, I fix that. You want to be Olivia Pope?
I'm a fixer.
You fix scandals?
I show up and I make shit happen. I'm a fixer.
All kind of
not scandals. If my friend, if you in a scandal, bitch, we fixing it.
What about and I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. Shanquella.
Oh.
Shanquella scandal.
That's crazy. Went on a trip with her friends. And then from the videos that we seen that was posted, I don't know if the girl was drunk, whatever the case, she wasn't.
I think they did find some kind of alcohol in her, but I don't know if it was.
But we knew
over
she
the limit.
wasn't probably her normal self, because she was just sitting there taking them hits. This girl is unclothed. You got people in the room.
You got the cameraman.
The cameraman is saying fight back.
Yeah. He want her to be with the shits, and she's telling you, I don't want it. Her body language, everything about her is telling you, I don't want to do this.
If a person is sitting down naked, just sitting there, and they're taking blows to their head, clearly they don't want no smoke. So for them to even be considered friends, that's wild to me. Because I done been drunk. I'm talking about, I done forgot more than I will ever remember on the nights that I didn't have fun.
Yeah.
I've never thought to fight my friend. And I can honestly say none of my friends have ever thought to fight me.
I don't care if y'all were trying to play wrestle or whatever the case may be, but that video wasn't no play fighting. No. That video was, I'm coming for blood type shit. And then the fact that, like you said, you got how many people in the room? 6 total, maybe including the young lady. Nobody is trying to intervene, stop, or do anything, at least for that amount of time that we saw. That was enough for y'all to be like, chill, what are y'all doing? Stop. Why y'all doing this?
I'm okay with, like, my friends, if it's because one, I don't argue with friends.
Right.
We can have a heated disagreement, but we're not about to sit there and yell at each other. I'm not about to call you out your name, and I'm not about to let you call me out my name. Mm-hmm. So even as a bystander, if I got 2 friends, you and TT arguing, y'all going back and forth, but the minute shit escalating, my first thought is not to pull out my phone. It's like, all right, y'all are tripping. All right, we can have this conversation later.
Yeah.
Because even though I know y'all not going to come to blows.
Yeah.
We not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for them to even be recorded, that's wild to me. That's not a
recording, not saying anything. Yeah. Now, I've been in situations, family, let them fight it out. Shit, they need to get it off their chest.
Well, you know how I feel about that. You know. Sometimes,
let them duke it out. Yeah. They get it off their chest. But you're not gonna let them go crazy with it.
You're not.
And like you said, with 2 friends, I don't want to see y'all really fight like that. Y'all can go talk that shit out somewhere else. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair.
And I think it wasn't like, it wasn't fair. Like that
girl, see that girl folding.
Like, even if you had an issue, even if you felt like this girl completely violated you for whatever reason, then like, you would not know. Now, you know, normally I'm like, wherever you show out, that's where I'm gonna meet you. Mm-hmm. But in certain situations, like you can't do that. Like that's so messed up. Or maybe, you know, if y'all got into it before and you bring it up, whatever, there's nothing you can justify doing that. Mm-hmm. Like and then to call her mother, like I couldn't sleep at night knowing that I had to call your father and tell him, yeah, I left with Kodie on the trip, but I'm coming back without her because. Like, how you call somebody mama and tell them that?
But you also just led with like a lie.
Yeah.
You led with a lie.
Yeah.
I know I can't call your mama.
Shit.
And say no. Because now Jip would have been done.
Y'all thought the Navy SEAL was something. Okay. Judy don't play.
Okay. Jip will call his homeboys, but I can't call your mama and be like, oh, she passed away off of alcohol poisoning. Knowing and still stayed there and then they stay for like the extent of the vacation or some shit. I'm not exactly sure, but you still stayed there and you caught this girl mama some alcohol poisoning when you know for a fact that y'all had a hand in that girl murder.
Yeah.
That was her. Y'all murdered this girl.
That's some dirty shit.
It's dirty as fuck.
No matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you dissect it, like just some like being decent. That's some dirty shit. You don't do that to nobody. You don't play that game. And I am all for I'm all for doing whatever you got to do. But you not a friend, not somebody you call a friend. And nobody thought to be like, damn, let's call for help, or hey, let's put the phone down. Like, so I know they're not doing any charges or filing any charges in the States, but I hope Mexico make an example out of all of them.
Mexico do want the U.S. to extradite the people involved. I think specifically the girl that was actually fighting Shanquella. Like, they do want them to extradite and bring them over to Mexico. I think the U.S. not like you could still have some. I think they still have some kind of involvement. It's just not pressing criminal charges. I really wish they would do like a international warrant or some junk where if they try to travel, they'll stop you at like border. Yeah, something like that. So I'm not exactly the extent in which Mexico has, pressed charges or the U.S. is involved, but I really, really hope that these folks, y'all can't even get a speeding ticket before you got to get your ass sent back to Mexico to face the damage that you done did.
Pop up at their house at 4:00 in the morning. Feds out. It shouldn't even be all that. Like, it's on camera. And I know, like, we see shit happen on camera all the time and there's no real consequences behind that. But when you think of a friend, this is somebody I trust, this is somebody I confide in, this is somebody, like, I love, and you be, like, you don't, like, get them the fuck out of here.
They're not all those things. They don't. They're not friends. They're nothing. Yeah,
they not.
They were nothing to that girl, and they treated her like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And but then it got you. Like, it has you thinking. Like, of course we know. Like, be mindful of the company you keep. Right. Like, no matter how much you trust the person or think a person means well, you always got to kind of like keep your head on the swivel.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the bigger conversation needs to be had. People just need to quit fucking being weird to people. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't like somebody, like, that's just not a fight. Oh, we drunk and we didn't got into it. Like, that's something the way you hitting this girl, this helpless girl, like, you really feeling some kind of way about something. Why would you be around her?
And y'all too coward to even speak up. You're a coward because you did this when you knew that she couldn't fight back.
Yeah.
You knew that she couldn't.
So you on your fake bully shit. Like, that's weak.
Now that's lame.
That's
corny.
That's so corny.
That's the definition of it, through and through.
That's so corny.
You weak. And I don't know if it was jealousy. I don't know if it was about whatever it was about. It still don't justify the fact that y'all really killed this girl and tried to hide it.
Yeah.
And now everybody hiding behind this silence. Well, shit, they were silent when the cameras was rolling either. So
yeah,
it just fit their little whack ass character.
Yeah, like, at this point, do you expect anybody to say anything?
No.
Like, and then here's the thing. For that guy that was recorded, they're all equally, like, wrong, right?
Absolutely.
Like, equally wrong. And I don't even know, like, how, because I know, like, in some states you got felony murder. So if me and you are committing a crime, and then in the midst of that crime you get killed, I can be charged with it.
Absolutely.
I don't know how that work over there. I hope it's something to that extent. But it's just something about anybody, but especially a man, being messy. Hit her back.
Fight back.
Yeah. What?
You want to use a little catchy term? Fight. Dang, Shanquella, fight back. What is that?
Now that really burnt me up.
It really did.
And I guess because I don't associate with men like that, regardless of, because, most times you think of, like, regardless of how they identify, whatever, I just don't mess with men that are just messy and just real, like, sad. Like, that was some sucker shit. That was, I don't deal with catty men. So to hear a man say, fight back to two women.
Yeah. And not try to stop it.
Like, y'all tripping.
Truth be told, women do get a little cattier than men. Okay? Facts. That's just how it is.
That's just what it is.
So I would expect for you, sir, to step up and say, y'all, stop. Y'all, chill. Y'all, what y'all doing?
At the very least, not recorded.
Not recorded.
But that goes to show, like, the type of world we're living in where everything has to be recorded. Everything has to be documented. Y'all in the middle of committing a crime and, let me pull out my phone.
Sometimes people don't even realize the consequences to their actions.
Well, I hope they learn, because that was some weak shit.
Well, it's like, why you got to take the hard road to learn? How you not realize, like, what you doing, you're incriminating yourself, and that, you don't realize, you don't think this girl finna die. But why you even engaging in this type of activity from the beginning anyway?
Yeah. I don't know. You mentioned jealousy and friendships. Have you ever experienced, and maybe not, and again, we don't know the backstory to what went on, but I'm sure it was something, jealousy maybe. Have you experienced any jealousy in any of your friendships? And if so, are y'all still friends?
I've never experienced jealousy. I got to say, I've never experienced jealousy in any of my friendship. I feel like everybody has been happy for me.
Yeah.
Sad when I'm sad, I guess. Share some of the same sentiments in me, but I thought long and hard, I cannot recall a time where I've had a friend that was necessarily jealous of me. I can't recall a time where I've been jealous of somebody for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always lived on the creed of, like, stay in your lane. What's meant for you is you. You can't. No, I take that back. I'll take that back. 2017, I did the Daniel fast for the first time. And the reason I did it is because I spent a lot, and I won't say it was jealousy with a personal friend, but I spent a lot of time on social media at that time.
You need to get that back going.
Nah, I ain't doing that. We're going to, throw some things in the contract.
Yeah.
But I literally was on social media and I was comparing myself to other people. Why am I not here? Why don't I have this? Just being super impressionable by social media.
Yeah.
And that was probably the only time that I felt any sense of like jealousy coming from me or envy coming from me with just random people, even people I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about these people. I don't know what they got, what they don't have, but that would probably be the only time that I felt any sense of like envy or jealousy. And then, like I said, I did the Daniel fast to kind of just break free from social media. And ever since then, nothing. Because again, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You can't compete or try to eat off anybody else's plate. Make room for you and fill the spaces that you in. And that's just what it is.
It ain't no traffic in your lane.
None.
When you stay in your lane, as cliche as it sounds, like, I don't want what's for you. I only want what's for me. And I think like I've never been jealous of a friend. And because I truly feel like if the blessings is coming your way, then yeah, God is in the neighborhood. So
swing.
He gonna swing by my house when he's supposed to. So I don't never trip. What's for you is gonna be for you, and what's for me is for me. Nothing or nothing. No, there's nothing nobody can say or do that's going to stop whatever's meant to happen for me happen. So I don't really I've never been jealous. I want everybody to win.
Do you think?
I want y'all to win more than I want me to win.
Yeah.
So like me ever being jealous, I've had friends where at first it took me a minute. You know how people can say things in like a joking way, and it's like, bitches, you hating.
Some hating ass shit.
Oh, hold on, Hogan.
Squint your eye real low.
Well, nothing funny about that. Yeah. Like, okay. And then, she kept saying, like, making little jokes here and there. And it's like, all right, I already see what type of time you want. And I don't know if you're jealous, but that's how I'm taking it. So let me just put some distance between us, because I don't need that around me. Because if you feeling like that and I ain't, and this is before shit really started happening for me.
Right.
Like, you would never be happy for me.
Ever.
And I can't keep letting you in if I know you might have some ill feelings towards me, because, Cain killed Abel, and I don't need that energy.
It don't matter how big or small it is.
Yeah, it don't.
At the end of the day, envy grows.
But you know how when, when we was working at our old spot and, people was getting promotions, and it was, some people was like, how, I ain't like that either though. A certain person to get a promotion, and it's like, well, how they get it? And not me.
I do remember that. I know I addressed it too.
Yeah, but to me, that's all like...
That's some hating ass shit.
That's some hating shit.
Yeah.
Stuff like that falls in the category of being like jealous. If you hating on what somebody else got going on and you like, why me, why not me, and why them? Yeah.
People don't even take the time to take accountability for why not you.
That part.
Because all you want to do is, I can chit chat with you all day.
Yeah.
We can laugh it up, kick it, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Even if it's not in your face, even if you don't see me turning my work in on time or whatever the case may be, I don't necessarily have to voice that, because we're adults. I expect that you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And so when it comes out and it's like, oh, and I'm not just saying me, but how did this person get a promotion or whatever? It's like, well, what are you not doing? Because that person is probably doing it.
Right.
And some of the people that was saying it was like, yeah, you're not even trying for real. You just want to...
You're doing the bare minimum and expect it out. You will never see a fish being applauded for swimming. Like, you're doing what you're supposed to do. So sometimes to stand out in these situations, you got to do a little bit more. And because I'm not disclosing the little bit more that I'm doing, it's not that I'm gatekeeping, but I have a target, and I know that I got to do these things to accomplish that. So I'm going to do it. So when people were saying like, oh, how did, so-and-so get a promotion? How did it? It's like, oh, that's some hating shit, because this is somebody, you be giggling with this person. And hee-hawing with this person.
But you thought that all they did was giggle and hee-haw. You didn't know that they was actually doing what they were supposed to do.
And you felt that your bare minimum was better than their bare minimum. So stuff like that, like, I feel like people need to be mindful of like friendships or any type of relationship, but especially a friendship, because it can come out and maybe it was just in that moment, right?
Maybe just a little, envious of that achievement.
And some shit it may seem, but it would never be enough to make me like open my mouth and say it. Like,
honestly, depending on what it is, I may always look at you. I might always have my head like on the swivel.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I'm always looking over my shoulder with you. But like I say, my real personal friends, I don't think I ever felt this, and I don't want to be the one that have to look over my shoulder at all times. I can't keep you in my circle if I feel like I'm always having to watch my back. Yeah. That's tacky.
You know my therapist, and again, a therapy reference.
Hey.
Because for a long time I just
feel like we should drop the word even if it's like, hey, Ish, how you doing therapy? We should just drop the word therapy every episode.
For no reason.
Right.
No, but therapy has been because
niggas need it.
Remember, like I was telling my therapist, for a long time I treated all of my friends as like, if either you my friend or you not. It was no gray area. Like you get all the perks and benefits of being my friend. You get the loyalty of being my friend. You get all of these things. But then when people was like moving, and I'm just like, I don't really like this. My therapist was like, well, you can't, like, you got to tier your friends. You got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And so I do think like that's something like I had to learn. Like, I knew I couldn't do everything with every friend, but the access that they had to me, it was uniformed across the board. So I know like, okay, this friend we going to kick it with, but she still got the same access to me as a friend that can go to my mama's house without me being there. So now like I'm tiering friends. Remember I was threatening you all the time? Like, bitch, I'm you going to knock you down the tier.
I was like, girl, please.
Knock you down. Tighten up.
On the phone. Hello, what you doing? And we were still talking. I wasn't telling you.
No,
but I would have respected it. If you would have said anything, I would have respected it. We would have went from there, but
I've never felt nothing. I've never felt that this week you was being a little off.
Girl, because I wasn't picking up the phone. I'm not your man.
I'm just saying. if we're on the topic of friends, up until this week. So 6 years we've been doing good, but this week I was really looking at you funny.
You like, about to end it off?
I was like, oh, this bitch, what?
You was finna end it off.
We only talked once today and she cried. And it was on something. I'm going to call you back. Girl, you got to be fucked up.
What you said, and I know you probably putting out little fires with your other little friends.
I did.
Damn, little fires, little friends.
I did. But bitch, I want to chit chat.
Because then we have some shit. We still got some shit to catch up on, too.
We do, but I was feeling like, oh, is this bitch? Hey, when I called you earlier today.
I didn't see it. I ain't see it until I called you back.
I was like, I don't know what type of time this bitch is on, but if she thought that I was just a one phone call a day type friend.
Keep the anticipation up. I felt like you was getting too comfortable, so I said, let me.
6 years, I'm comfortable.
Pull back a little bit.
You can't teach your old dog new tricks.
I wanted you to want me, okay? I wanted you to want me. Is that too much to ask for?
You needed to miss me.
So, I mean, you was finna end it off? Like, when do you know?
It wasn't sitting well in my spirit.
This is gonna be it for me.
Oh, we're gonna have a conversation after this recording. Yeah. Meet me in my car. Meet me in the parking lot. Because, bitch, I didn't know what you was on. That's why when I called you, like, I think midway, I was like, you cool? Everything good?
You got to stop. You did ask me.
Bitch, I didn't know. Because why you not?
I'm good. What's up, baby?
Bitch, we only talk like once a day. And it was real quick. I ain't like that.
Smiling ear to ear.
I was ready to pull out. I was like, oh, this is it.
Speaking of pulling out.
Wow.
No, friendships. Pull out of friendships.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Leave it in. The old the PNP, pull out and pray. Let's just pray none come about. Joking. Woo! When have you had to cut off a friendship? Or do you know when to? So not even like jealousy, right? Like you never had a friend that was jealous. And that's really like, that's amazing.
God, it's a blessing.
Yeah, for real.
It's a blessing.
But have you had to end your friendship for other reasons? Or has someone ended a friendship with you and you like, well, damn.
Yeah, actually, we friends again. That light-skinned bitch Tempest. But no, so Tempest, that's my baby though, for real. But
I want to say she followed me on Instagram. I think we follow each other.
She sent me a picture today and was like, all I see is a mix of Kodie and Isha. Bro, when they say that girl looked like us combined.
A baby?
No, it was a grown woman.
Really?
I'll have to show it to you. Remind me to show it to you. I was like, God, that's my face and Isha's face. It was weird. I'm going to show you.
That's really weird.
But a couple years back, we were all in a little group chat, and Temp was going through some things, and she was just like, so it was all my roommates from college, and then my one of my other homegirls. So 5 of us in the group chat. And literally, I don't know what we started talking about. I think it was just like, Tim was like, y'all, I just don't feel like y'all are taking me seriously, and like just my concerns and stuff. And, there are people here in my neck of the woods that, are just looking out for me a little bit more. So we had to eat that for real, because it's like, we haven't. And she had lost some people around that time. And so it was like just a really delicate time for her. Yeah. And she came out and just was like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
And kudos to her for even speaking up for real.
Yes.
And not being on some weird shit and just like giving y'all the cold shoulder. Y'all don't know what's going on.
Yeah, literally. And so we like, everybody like, what the hell? And then one of the girls in the chat was like, well, I understand the rest of us, but what Kodie do? Like, yeah, what did I do? What are you mad at me for?
Why the fuck me?
Why the fuck me? What did I do? But, she had to cut it off. And so we started that talk. Honestly, well, we did stop talking, but me and Temp just had, such a little connection or whatever, where we would still send like little stuff like,
you were her sneaky friend?
Yeah, for a little bit until we just stopped talking altogether. But I'm like, I know you're mad at me, but check this out, because you're the only person that understands. This is going to be funny for us. We have to share this moment. Yeah. And so we would do that a little bit, but then we kind of just stopped, because at the end of the day, she needed her space. Yeah. And when we like I said, we're back friends now. And when we were talking about it, just the type of space and stuff that she needed, she was like, she was so happy that it happened, because she didn't come in a group chat that day thinking I'm finna cut everybody off. But she was so happy that she was able to do that. She spoke with her therapist, and her therapist was like, basically, it was, you needed that. It was that time. And then she actually looked within and found, really figured out what it is, the reason she cut everybody off. It wasn't just us. It was some things that, of course, she was going through. But the fact that she did it, like, even in that moment, I was like, good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. Made the best decision for you. And a lot of people can't do that, including myself. When I cut things off, I'm cool with it. I don't have to look back at it. Yeah. But it can take me a long time to get there. Is that true? It can take me a long time to get there. She itching to say something.
Years later. You got the patience of a saint, dog. Like Mother Teresa.
It can take me a little minute to get there. So I was really happy for her. Like, yeah, it's cool. She'll be all right. She'll, she's strong. It ain't like she was weak or nothing back then. She's strong. She's even stronger now. That time needed to go past for her to heal in the ways that she needed to. But like I said, we back friends now. Just randomly hit her up. She the one that made us the night in cups.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So that was around the time that we, started back talking and stuff.
Gotcha.
I did have to cut somebody off, but I don't necessarily regret it. I just feel like because I know I'm a patient person, because I know who I am. If I cut you off, that means I've given you enough grace to last you a lifetime.
Facts.
Baby, whatever you got to figure out, figure that shit out with you.
Hung themselves if you cut them off.
If I cut them off, you done hung yourself. And and I try not to act on like impulse. Okay, today you did something, so this is going to be the reason, even though, sometimes it is the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. But I try not to act on that. But yeah, I cut somebody off, and I feel like I don't always know when, to answer your question, I don't really know always when to end. Well, I guess my instincts will tell me when to end it.
Yeah, only you know when you had enough. Yeah. And I think that's the thing. Like, there's no friendship how-to book, right? You think you're doing a good, like, just be good to the person, don't lie, and do, whatever. But it's like, it's not cookie cutter how to be a good friend. Like, what I need from a friend is different than what you need from a friend. But I do feel like and I stand by this, especially with friends. Not so much with niggas, because I don't care if you feel like you'll be better without me. We together. With friends, though, I would never give this advice to a nigga I'm dating. With friends, I feel like if I'm not giving you what you need, and you feel like you'll be better off without this friendship or it's hindering you in any kind of way, then we don't have to be friends. We can cut it off, but don't be weird to me. Just tell me like, this ain't working. Mm-hmm. Like, and I respect that because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. Mm-hmm. I've cut a lot of people off that I consider friends. Mm-hmm. And I'll probably never talk to them again. I made peace with that.
I'm okay with it.
I don't hate them. I don't wish nothing ill on them. I'm not going to talk about them. Yeah. I'm not going to sit around or entertain somebody else talking about them either. It's just that we just wasn't aligned no more. And so I felt like I had to do what I had to do. And I don't have no regrets. And I wish them the very best, but we'll probably never be friends again. And I'm totally fine with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes I toot my own horn. Like, if you lose a friend to me, you're losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're legit losing. And
you're
gonna have to be the one that's gonna have to be okay with that in the long game.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with it.
I'm fine.
I'm okay with it.
Because I think we spoke on this in one of the previous episodes. I'm way more patient with friends. Mm-hmm. I'm way more lenient with friends than I am in my romantic relationship. So if I'm not your friend no more, it ain't just that one thing you did. It's just I'm looking at you and I just feel like morally where I stand or like what I believe, you just on the line with that for whatever reason. So we can't. Mm-hmm. If you can't show up for me and I show up for you, not that I show up for you because I expect it in return, but when it's a situation where I need you to show up and you don't show up just because you don't want to, then yeah, I can't fuck with you. I'm cool. Mm-hmm. I was cool with a group of girls and I was going through something. My aunt had, they had just admitted her for like a 72-hour psych hold. She was contemplating suicide and, my cousin had just got jammed up, so he about to go back to the feds. It was just a lot going on. Mm-hmm. And this group of friends, nobody reached out to me. Now, and it's like, dog, when your mother was in the hospital, I came to your house and helped you carry your mother up the stairs. And this, I don't throw none in nobody's face, but for the sake of this conversation, like when you know what I mean? Like and you couldn't even call me to see what's going on, but my cousin had a birthday party.
You were there?
Oh, they calling to get information for the birthday party. Right, you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
I got me fucked up. Never.
Yeah. I had a conversation with somebody and they was like, so your friends got to do something for you. And, I'm probably opposite here. My real true friends, I only associate people that can do things in return. Yeah. Now, I'm not placing a monetary value on that.
Right.
I'm not placing like you got to extend resources that you don't have.
Right.
But something as simple as when you're down and I look out for you, I expect that in return.
I have expectations in friendship.
I got expectations. I don't.
I'm not one of those
can't
people.
Do nothing for me. Like, why would any person that has so much going for themselves really, truly, truly associate with people that don't, or that can't do anything in return?
And I'm not blind to what you can do as a friend.
Right.
I'm not blind to it. So, but as something as simple as sending me a text or calling to see if I'm okay. But you want to call and get the information from my cousin's birthday party so you can pop up. And this is all within 2 to 3 weeks. Uh-huh. Oh, y'all, we good. We good. Yeah. We don't, nah. But in friendship, there definitely need to be expectation. There need to be boundaries because if not, then a person would try to get over on you as much as possible. And I'm like you, I don't have, I'm not about to be around people that you don't have to do for me because I can do for myself. But as my friend, there may be areas where I'm lacking and you have the resource or you have the time to fill it in. Like when I was going through my heartbreak, not this last time, but the one before, with the nigga that nobody liked. Mm-hmm. And I was like, or was it with the last one?
I don't know.
Wait a minute,
I lost track.
Hold on, bitch.
I lost track of time.
No, it was this last heartbreak. And remember, I was, hold on, let me fix my bang. Not the bang gang. And I was like, I'm good. And you like, friend, you not good. I'm about to come over. And I was like, no, I'm good. And then that day, I played it off. But then I think the next day or 2 days later, we ended up going to Spice House and we were there for hours.
You tried to have me there all night.
Because, bitch, I wasn't good.
I said, all right, well, you ready? You want to stay a little bit longer? Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. But something as simple as that, like, again, I wasn't going in expecting like, oh, Kodie better tell me she coming through. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you was like, and that's also knowing your friend, like you knew I wasn't good, even though I said I was good. Meanwhile, I'm texting you this girl crying snots and boogers. I'm good. You're like, no, you're not. Like, so the fact that you showed up and you got me out the house, it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, bitch, you can't even send a text. Like, I am visiting my aunt in the psych ward. They won't even let my girl wear socks.
Shit is real. Shit is strict in here.
It's real. And you worried about a party? Bitch, I will bust your head with a bottle. Quit playing with me. So yeah, but again, you got to kind of know like what's your non-negotiables in friendship. Like if you can't show up for me and you have the space.
Okay, there we go.
And you have the space to do so.
To do it. It's not taken from you.
It's not inconveniencing you. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Because I don't want nobody to be inconvenienced, but if you can do it and you don't do it, it's a problem.
I feel that shit.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay,
that was deep, wasn't it?
I liked it.
It was
did
cool.
what we needed to do. I did want to talk about Jamie Foxx.
Oh, I love Jamie Foxx.
I was like, I want to talk about him so bad because I love him so much.
No, I was literally, my homegirl she had tweeted like a couple weeks ago. She was like, I mean, I don't know if Jamie Foxx need to ride to the studio or what, but like I got him. I'm like, I got something on the gas because I want another album.
Yeah.
I want another album. Yeah. And then to hear this news, it's like, oh man.
But it really made me think about it, like plugging it in for real, because they made a post. Who was it? I can't think. But shout out to them. Just basically saying, look, let's just send some love and appreciation his way.
Yeah.
There is power in numbers. And so, but for anybody that don't know, I think Jamie Foxx had a stroke.
Yes.
And
I also think it was probably announced before the family made a statement.
Was it?
I want to say, because I know then there was an official statement. His daughter was like, my dad. Well, the statement said my dad. Yeah. And then it ended like the Fox family. So I'm assuming it was his daughter.
Yeah.
To put out a statement. But I think it was kind of circulating, like rumor has it.
But I don't,
he was hospitalized.
Yeah, and it say what it was.
He was hospitalized.
Yeah.
But even then, it was before the family could put out an official statement.
Yeah. That's a whole nother topic because I hate that shit. I hate that. Don't put nothing out before I have the chance to, especially when it's something so delicate as somebody's health.
Yeah.
We've given so much of our lives, these celebrities, to the world. Yeah, because we're celebrities too.
Are we?
Duh.
They're gonna be like, bitch, we don't know y'all.
You crazy. Fish, Reg, and Trav and X retweet us every week. You crazy. Everywhere. We're gonna have billboards at the HBUC. You sick? We're celebrities. Okay?
I'm with it.
Okay then.
Okay.
But we.
They're still gonna say, bitch, we don't know y'all.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Finish your story.
I really like reality.
Yeah.
Whatever. But they put so much, they pour so much into so many people's households, family, especially Jamie Foxx. I'm talking about this man does it all.
Like dating back from In Living Color.
Ooh.
And that's just from what I can remember. Like, I'm sure it's probably some stuff he done did before then. Like,
I think my first memory is In Living Color too.
When you think of Jamie Foxx, you just think he's really a triple threat.
Multi-faceted.
Like he really can act. Like he really can act and he can sing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other triple threat? What was the third one?
Comedy.
Comedy.
He's a comedian.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm like triple threat. I'm missing something. And he's funny. Yeah. So when you think about just a talented person overall, and then from what we know of him, a good person, he ain't really been in the headlines for no bullshit or no messy nothing.
Ever.
Not saying he got a squeaky clean past.
Ever.
But for the most part, one could assume he's just a good person. People always speak highly of him. So to hear this news is definitely, it's heartbreaking because he's still relatively young.
He's young, for sure. Now, you would have caught me 15 years ago, I would have thought he was old as dirt. My mom passed away when she was 43.
Yeah.
I thought she was old.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm 31 and woo, that's tomorrow. And 43 next week.
If it's next week for you, then
Woo, 24 hours for you. 36.
Bitch, I'm not 36.
36 hours, baby. You know you up in age.
Look, turnaround. So I definitely like prayers are with him and his family, hoping for like a very speedy recovery because even, not even selfish, like, do I want an album? Of course I want another album. But if he never makes music again, if he never tell a joke again, if he never like do another show or movie again, like I just do hope he can just, after this recovery, like enjoy life. Not saying he wasn't.
Yeah.
But this is scary.
But he's left such an imprint on everybody.
Absolutely.
On the industry. Like he's left this imprint on it. So I just feel like I hope that he can come to terms with it because this is his life. This is his norm to give so much to us. And so of course, God, I hope he continue to give him the strength to be able to provide much more as much as Jamie won't. But I just hope that he's at least good and satisfied with what he has given. Yeah. And shout out to everybody that made appreciation posts, sending thank yous for your talent, for everything that you've given to us. Like everybody really showing up for Jamie.
And what I like most, like he's getting his flowers now. So once he's on the road to recovery, this will be something that he's able to reflect on and see. Yep. But even before this, people always gave Jamie Foxx his flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So like he know that he's loved, but like in a time like this, you definitely want to like you want them to feel the extra love because again, this is decades of talent. Like he's, you know what I mean? So like it's not we don't get Jamie Foxx's like during this day and age.
He was legit my first grown man crush.
Was he?
I think Jamie is so fine. I think Jamie is so fine. I love Jamie Foxx. And when he came out with that damn album, you find it subjective, and that's okay because I don't need to agree. The less people that agree, the more of Jamie for me. But when he came out with that music, baby, I fell in love even more. Yeah,
no, I think Unpredictable is probably my favorite.
Oh, it's definitely top 5 R&B for me.
Easily.
For sure.
Easily. Yeah, but I, definitely hope he's, of course, he probably got the best care. So a speedy recovery, slowly but surely. And I hope that once, he start, because I think they said something like, and I don't know how true this is, but, the director, since he was in the middle of filming a movie, like they're just trying to scramble and figure out how they can, figure it out to like, should they move forward with, finishing the movie? Like, should they write them out? And it's just like, give it time. Like, and I get like, for some people, it's still business as usual, but I hope that the powers to be, especially over that project, is kind of like, let's just put a pause on it. Let's just, but I guess that's hard to kind of stop everybody else.
Business is business.
But it's also Jamie Foxx. You know what I mean?
Jamie Foxx.
Give it some time, but whatever happens, God is good.
You think, because I feel like more and more people are having strokes and heart attacks, specifically us. Do you feel like, would you even begin to think why? Like, why is it increasing in numbers the way that it is?
Well, I got, 19 seasons of Grey's Anatomy under my belt.
You do.
So I'm damn near a doctor.
I knew you was the person to come to.
You see what I'm saying? I'm damn near a doctor. Dr. Isha is what they call me.
They don't call you that, but that's cool. We can roll with it. I said we can roll with it.
Well, bitch, that's what I want you to start calling me.
All right, well, shit, I can do that.
I think it's a lot of things. I think it could be what they're putting in the food nowadays. Mm-hmm. I think it could also be, although I'm like, we need another album. There's like in Jamie Foxx's case, right? We don't know what he was doing behind the scenes or what he was working on that hasn't been, publicized. It could be like overexerting yourself. The stress of life, right? Just stress. Life be lifing.
Life has been lifing for the last 3 years like a motherfucker.
Like heavy. Like it was lifing before.
But it's like,
ooh. Remember last year or the year before, 2021? We was just like, fuck it. We don't care. We just gonna spend all the money. We gonna take all the trips. Because if this is it, bitch, I'm going out with a bag. Because I'm not about to let life stress me out.
I maxed my credit cards. I'm talking about, how am I gonna get out of this?
The world was coming down on my head, and I was taking trips. I didn't care.
You still talking about that tan?
Because then I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
I'm starting my trips in a couple of weeks. But that's when it was bad.
I go next week.
So and it was just like just trying, and that was for me not even trying to deal with the stress of life.
Yeah.
I bought a fucking house in the middle of a pandemic.
You know I did.
Bought that damn truck. I didn't care, because if this is the end, then bitch, I'm doing it. Call me Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
Okay. So I said anything that I want, I'm getting it. I don't care. But that was all like the pressures that was coming at me. And I don't think I necessarily folded to it, because I afforded the things I bought. I was able to afford. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
With everything that was going on.
Her credit card.
No, I did, but I paid it off.
Which one? You maxed out your credit card for real?
My American Express stuff.
Okay, bitch, you ain't telling me you was wilding like that. I didn't know you was maxing out credit cards.
Okay, now I did pay it off. I paid it off, okay? I was like, I had the money.
I thought we was having fun. I didn't know we was like going crazy.
Shit.
You went crazy?
Girl, you know how many trips I went on that year?
Bitch, you know, because
we was gone.
Bitch, I'm talking about it.
Starting from the wedding, the November 2021, all of, was it 2022? When did what you call it get married?
21.
21?
Yeah.
Starting from then on, I had like 3 weddings back to back, vacations,
so yours
birthday celebrations.
No, bitch, because 2021, I took a trip. I was taking trips, but then last year.
Yeah, last year was your year.
Oh, bitch.
Well, no, 20, end of 21 and 22 was, yeah.
We started in 21, and then last year, I turned that shit up.
We were gone.
Every month.
We were gone.
I took a trip.
I did pay it off. Okay. I was like,
I didn't know we was wilding like that, though.
Bree was like, Bree said at the time it was like, let's say 13K. Bree was like,
bitch, what was you doing?
Living life. Bree was like,
no, friend.
Wait, no, look.
I was living life too.
Yeah, you weren't living like me, bitch.
Bitch, you was living like Vida Loca.
What? Bree was like, so how much credit card debt you have? And I was like, oh, 13. She was like, oh, okay, 1300. You know, Bree cheap as fuck.
Okay. And she loaded.
Okay.
She gonna be mad I said that.
No,
But that, you know, her and Marina.
It was me, Bree, and Marina.
They
for Marina's birthday.
Wrap their head around that.
Hell no. I said 13. She was like, okay, 1300 ain't bad. Looked at her like, bitch.
Child's play. But no, I didn't know it was 13. That's bitch, no.
I was having fun. But I paid it off though. I mean, I'm good. I'm good now.
But I do think it's the stress of life.
Yeah.
For real.
It was a lot of passion projects going on. Shit was happening. But yeah, that's my biggest thing with what's causing the uptick in the strokes, the heart attacks, the disease. It's just like people are really working a lot now too.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, especially our age, overworking themselves to be able to afford all the things that's being placed in front of us.
And not necessarily to take the trips every month, just to like make ends meet, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we joking about, no, you not joking about the 13K, but like we joking like how we was just like, fuck it, we not gonna pay attention to the world, we just gonna have fun. But we were also we're fortunate, right? We like even when we talk about privilege, like I don't take that for granted. Like I know that being able to not work for 4 months and still take trips, and like I know that's a privilege that many don't have, especially during this time. So we're joking, but a lot of people are really stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
And the stress is heavy on like our age group, and you're seeing this more and more. Bonita, me and Bo the same age. They saying she was having many strokes.
Yeah.
Stress will fucking kill you.
Yes. Literally.
Stress was, so I think like the stress of everything is why we're probably seeing it more now than ever. People can't afford, when you got people trying to decide between paying rent or groceries or feeding your kids and getting them their asthma medicine or what, like that shit is real.
That shit real.
And it'll take you out. So I think that's definitely probably the leading cause, especially in our community.
Mm-hmm. At one point, the leading cause with them high gas prices. Niggas was going through it.
Because when I got this car and I had to go from regular to premium, the
old car they used to fill up when you got an oil change.
$30. Okay, $30. I complained so much. Auntie Sheila, my mother gave me gas money for my birthday.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
And they were dead serious too.
My mother still would give me gas money, and I make more than my mother. My mother know I can afford the gas, but I'm gonna complain. So no, that stressed me out for real. So I can only imagine.
You know who else stressed the hell out?
Who?
Hold on one second. I love you, Jamie. You know who else stressed the hell out? That damn India. What's his name?
Lil Durk.
Leave that girl alone. Then he get on stage.
At this point,
she stressed the fuck out. Leave me alone.
At this point, that you was harassing this girl. You harassing her. But I think didn't she just make a video? They was on live and she had her fingers all in his mouth. So she probably went back home to her nigga and it's
probably. I don't know. I honestly don't even know why they
went home to my nigga plenty of times. Because supposedly he cheated and the one girl said he was her baby daddy, but now she's saying little baby the baby daddy. I don't know.
Oh Lord,
I don't know. Yeah, but he was really on it, like every chance he got.
Mm-hmm. And she better not be lying on the baby because I think he is precious as pie.
You don't even know that. Nigga.
I don't care. He speaks my spirit.
He is fucking these bitches.
He keeps speaking my spirit. He don't do that kind of stuff.
He fucking these bitches. But,
I got you, baby.
But Lil Durk was definitely on some like I'm getting my bitch back.
He hit the stage. He was like, "Y'all want to see Lil Durk do this? Y'all want to see India get back with Lil Durk?"
They like, yeah, hell yeah.
Like, girl, go ahead and go home.
But no, if she do go back, you know. Who hasn't went back?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Again, I am queen spin the block, if it makes sense.
Because the internet went up in flames when they seen Baby and Jada at that damn house game or whatever game it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and go back, baby. Don't worry about
I hope it's just like, it's better, healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for a minute, when she wasn't fucking with him, though, because she was like, leave me alone, and he didn't give a fuck. He was just like, yeah, okay, bitch, hold my beer. Watch this.
I'm coming. I'm coming harder now, because you said no, now I feel like I got to turn that no into a yes.
Yeah.
But I will say that everybody just give each other y'all space, and then, like you said, let it be healthier. If you do return back home, baby, just make sure it's for good reason and good spirits, I guess.
Speaking of...
What you throwing at me down?
Good spirits. I love him so much. I love Lil Nas X.
Oh my God.
Now you got Lil Baby speak to your spirit.
Oh, Lil Baby speak to my spirit.
Lil Nas X speak to my spirit. Oh, you want to know why? He has mastered. Even before he became Lil Nas X, he was like a Nicki Minaj huge fan. And he was like really known for trolling. He has mastered the art of social
trolling.
Media.
That boy knows
like even like the way even when he's not trolling, like even like the way he engaged and the way like he just stay relevant. Like it's something about that little cute ass smiling ass boy.
He is precious.
But it also considered a source. Okay. What is it? Vicky Wow, whoa, Vicky, the little
Is that the Catch Me Outside girl?
No, that's somebody else. Now the Vicky girl, she was trying to be a rapper too. Mm-hmm. I always thought
everybody was picking her because they thought she wanted to be black. The Whoa Vicky. It's like Whoa Vicky. Okay, yeah.
And she come off a few short of a dozen. That's what I thought. I don't know this to be true. She was missing a few crayons out the box. But she did an interview where she said that she knows some people that went to school with him and he wasn't gay back then. And he's not gay now. And it's just all like, he's just doing this for attention.
People can't be in the closet?
Apparently not.
But Lil Nas X also did
I love him so much.
Interview. Ain't precious? He did an interview. I don't even know who it was, but he was just like, he was fighting off the urge to want to be with guys back then. Mm-hmm. And so if he can openly admit, maybe y'all didn't think I was gay because I was fighting this urge, then why you don't want to take that for face value for what it is? Why you discrediting this man gay?
But what is it to you? Because again, little Vicky girl, you was trying to be something you wasn't.
Oh.
And you didn't change, and you didn't figured it out. Like, I guess the moral of what I'm trying to say, people change and shit happens. So if he wasn't...
Is she projecting because he true to himself and you wasn't?
Yeah, girl, I don't know. But she need to leave Lil Nas X alone because...
You ain't playing about that one?
I love
him. It's up so about him?
And stuck. I love him. And I don't even know that man. But I just... If he gay, he gay. If he not, he not. Because he not really telling people like... He's not giving them bad advice or he's not doing anything that would be harmful, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah. No.
Like, it ain't like he, you know what I mean, on some bullshit. He just be having fun with his followers. He want to make his music, and that's it.
Music is a form of art, and he literally just displays his artistry. Yeah. What means a lot to him.
Right.
Through that. Yeah. That's why he tweeted and was like, Ja Rule, who asked you? Yeah. And he put a picture of her with some braids going to the back. No, he was like, Ja Rule, why you speaking at a time like this? And it was her.
He has mastered this social media shit.
Like fuck.
I fucking love him. Like, girl, leave him alone. Whether or not he sucked dick or not, like, that's nobody's business. Who cares?
I love him. I love him. Not much little baby, but I do love him.
Now, speaking, I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's an older gentleman, Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like the terms African American, and he thinks, Black History Month is like an insult because you're reducing all of this history into like
a month,
28 days.
That same argument that folks be trying to make, and it'd be like, why can't people just take pride in the day in a certain time period? Why can't people just show up in numbers during this time and you not think so much into it? Personally, how I feel.
Do you feel a certain way when people say African American versus Black or Black versus African American?
I don't.
I don't like turn my nose up when like somebody say African American, but it's like you can say Black.
What? So I agree with that. I agree wholeheartly. It's like when
Black
people try to be
like
politically correct.
Yeah, like but Black being saying like, oh, I'm Black, like that's
not an insult.
It's not an insult, right?
Yeah,
it's not. Like you don't have to be scared to say like, oh, like the Black, well, not the Black girl, but if you're telling, especially like you see this like with white people.
I see it a lot at work.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. And like, Go ahead.
Our African American peers. Our Black peers, the fuck? Like, so, I mean, I'm not like that, like, opposed to it like, as Morgan Freeman is, but I do feel like, you don't gotta say African American because, it's cool. I'm Black.
Do you feel like it's something wrong with minimizing so much history into 1 month, Black History Month?
I don't think it's minimizing it, but I also feel like if you, especially as a Black person, are only using this month to like, do your digging and doing your research and looking back in our history, then that's on you. That's not on nobody else. Because whether or not we had a Black History Month, I would still be interested in our history. I would still want to know what happened and who invented this and all of that. So no, that don't bother me either, whether we had a month or not. Our history is our history and we got to learn it. They're not teaching us in school. So like, it's up to, us as a community to like really
dig in and learn it for yourself. I appreciate Black History Month. There's this guy.
You the token nigga. Joke.
It's the guy on Instagram and he do Atlanta Black History. Larry the Car Wash guy, he do Atlanta Black History, and that joke was so fire. He talk about H.E. Holmes and just everything that you can think of.
I think I might have stumbled across his page before because I was going down rabbit holes where it was like these old, like, I guess a hot spot, like Chinese restaurants.
It's probably on the west side. Yep.
Yeah, I think I was asking you or so one of y'all are like, y'all used to go, like when I be asking y'all about the clubs, like y'all used to go to this club, like because I done seen it somewhere. So yeah, like your history is your history. Like you got to have the initiative to like to learn it on your own. You can't.
Yep.
Yeah, they gave us a month, and people think that's the only time you can
actually learn it.
Yeah,
cool thing. Social media is out; it stays on the page, so you can always just go back to it to learn more.
Google words.
You don't have to wait for the month, but if you do, hey, put your pride into it, baby. Step, Black Power, all that good stuff. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's like an insult to give us a month. What I do think is more of an insult is when people only use that month to learn about Black history. And it's always the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X's. And it's like, it's a lot of Black people that's doing and have done really dope shit. So like, we should minimize it to a month. Like, let them celebrate it. Let the companies do all of these little gimmicks and bullshit to like get us to buy their product. But it's really up to us to keep our history going 365 days. It's up to us to bring these other Black amazing people to the forefront and speak on the goodness of the things that they've done.
I like it. I look forward to it every year.
Because of discounts and like you like the company shucking and jiving for you.
Black History Month come in and they be like, "Ooh, yay!"
Every month is Black History Month.
It just feel good, of course, every month, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, Morgan, he just old and grumpy, talented. He just wants something to fuss. But old Black people just like to fuss for no fucking reason.
Morgan had them blonde dreads or something, them blonde locks. Did you see him with them, or it was like white, gray, silver gray locks? Did you see it?
You making shit up?
Because damn, I was waiting for your response. Did you see it or no? You didn't see it. I send it to you. Don't worry, I have my people.
Like Photoshop is a thing. Like they're doing like this AI. Like,
was it Photoshop?
It probably was, friend.
Don't worry about it. I send it to you.
Was it from the movie when he was playing Jesus? I don't know.
No. It was recently, and
he got gray locks.
He looked great. It looked great. It looked amazing.
But he has locks now.
He has some gray locks. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
He waited till he was 85 to get locks.
Some extensions. They look great on it.
Girl, take us out.
Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Not a Real Podcast, y'all.
Again, you know good and damn well you ain't see him with no lies.
Yes, I did.
Right, I'm sorry.
Yes. And when I show it to you next time, I want you to get on these cameras and apologize to the world.
I'm Isha.
And I'm Young Cole.
Thank you for tuning in.
And we'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.